my best friend Richard and my best friend Keiichi, they had 2 empty rooms in their apartment. So it got filled with these 2 Nigerian guys. Their names were Baron and
Why are you laughing?
and Chimbo.
Because I remember.
All right. So Baron and Chimbo, they had a bathroom to themselves, and Richard and Keiichi had a bathroom to themselves too. So it was a 2-bathroom, 4-bed, 4-bed, 2-bathroom. All right. And so here's what happened. So one day, Baron and Chimbo somehow managed to clog the toilet. So I guess if they put too much toilet paper down, or they take big ass shit, the toilet gets clogged, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what's the first thing you do when the toilet's clogged, Rofu?
I get a plunger.
Okay, stop right there. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
All right. So instead of getting a plunger, all right. So Baron and Chimbo decide, oh wow, what are we gonna do? We're gonna flush the toilet repeatedly, again and again and again and again and again and again and again until it got to a point where the toilet was so full of water that it started to like leak and like overflow, you know?
Shoot.
And it was like just shit water. And so, what
You're not
do
ready.
you do at that point? What do you do at that point, Rufu? When you
I-
you have fucked up and you've overflown a toilet of shit water, what do you do?
I panic and I get gloves and get a bucket.
Okay, that's valid, but you would call someone for help, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Yeah.
No, this guy's a chemical engineer, computer science major.
Oh
They
no.
love this. So what they do is they get their toilet, and then the toilet seat. Surprisingly enough, the toilet seats were actually both like solid flat, so they could be put down airtight. So what they do is they put the toilet seat down to stop the overflowing, and they just kind of
Okay.
like push on it. So it's not working. Well, okay, it works as long as they're pushing on it, but then the water can flow out. Because
Yeah.
the way the toilet works is that water goes, it fills up the back of the back of a mechanism, and then it opens and lets the water in to flush it. Because they've overflowed it so much, the mechanism is constantly open now, and it's constantly leaking. So what they did was they pushed the seats down and put bricks on it, like bricks, cinder blocks, you name it,
Where did they get bricks from?
Because no,
That's a wonderful question. That's honestly I'm so like
people use bricks as doorstops all the time. So the bricks were just laying, like cinder blocks and bricks were just all the time, like out there everywhere.
Okay.
So they got these and put them on the toilet. And this is account from Richard telling me what happened because they had a talk, right? And so far the scenario is there's a toilet overflowing with shit water covered with bricks. All right.
Okay.
And now they try to fix this themselves yet again by flushing the toilet with the toilet. So the logic here was the pressure created from the flushing will force down the fucking shit and unclog the toilet. I mean, honestly, now that I think back on it, that was kind of solid logic. But it also isn't solid logic because what happened next is, so the toilet, the place the water comes out to flush, it started overflowing backwards. So it overflowed backwards. Okay, that part actually didn't overflow like that. It just kept coming out anyways. So a couple of days pass. Right?
Oh, what the fuck?
And this toilet is like completely overflowing. Like the bricks ain't doing the job anymore. Like pressure from the water is overflowing it. And Baron and Victor have just been going to Richard and Keiichi's bathroom. Like, yeah, man, I just need to use your bathroom real quick. It's just more convenient or something. They just use Richard and Keiichi's bathroom. And this water that's been overflowing is, so
Smelly?
you think that it smells, right? But like it can't overflow because there's a brick on the toilet. So what happens is, so you know how the toilet's shaped, right? It has the toilet bowl, and then it has like this like lower section that connects to the ground. And that porcelain. So how the apartment is made is that porcelain is installed in there with waterproof like cementing paste, right? The water was leaking out of the cementing paste.
Oh.
Riddle me that.
Sounds really gross.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's shit water. And so the bathroom floor was just like low level flooded. And then the end of the bathroom had a carpet. Like in the hallway.
Oh my god.
The water just got onto the carpet. And the apartment just smells like shit. Like actual shit. And Richard is over here like, the fuck? Why does the apartment smell like shit? Because Richard's the closest to that bathroom, and then it's
Mhm.
Richard, and then it's Keiichi is the furthest from that bathroom, and Richard's just like, oh man, what the fuck is going on? You know, at this point, like with the flooding bathroom and everything smelling like shit, you gotta think like Baron and Victor's rooms are closest to it, and like Victor's room is actually flooding like with shit water.
Mhm.
And then I don't know how they lived in shit, but quote Richard, they're Nigerians. What can you say?
Oh my
End quote.
god.
And you know, all this time they didn't call a maintenance man. Like fucking Christ, they could have just called the maintenance man and it could have been done, right? And instead, it got to the point where Richard was like, "Dude, what the fuck, guys? What's happened?" He looked in the bathroom and he literally said he just walked away. He just walked away. He's like, this is not my
You're not even ready for the rest of the story.
because the problem is Richard walks barefoot in the apartment. Monka
Mhm.
S. Richard
No.
walks barefoot.
No, you're not. You're not even ready. This isn't even its final form. That's the saddest part.
Richard decides to have a meeting. He's like, "All right, guys, this is not okay. The apartment smells like shit, and this is unacceptable. You guys are just fucking being retarded. Call the maintenance man." And then Baron and Victor look at each other, and they look at each other and start blaming each other. It's Baron's fault because he flushed the toilet. The toilet was clogged, and he decides to flush it. Chemical engineer, by the way. And then Baron's like, "No, it's Victor's fault because he put the bricks on the toilet. He said bricks could solve the problem." Computer science major. top of the top. This is top of the top. And they're just arguing, and Richard and Keiichi are sitting there like, "Dude, just call the fucking maintenance man." And so they end up calling the maintenance man. Miracles do happen. Everybody, miracles do happen.
Not in this story.
Guess what the maintenance man does? He comes in there, he gets his fucking shit, and he puts it down, and then he looks in the bathroom, and he sees toilet paper, paper towels, trash, fucking wrappers, cans, fucking shoes. Like, no, not shoes. A shoe. Everything. Like everything. It's just a disgusting bathroom. And he literally looks at them and says, "All right, guys, I'm not gonna clean this bath. I'm for you, and I can't fix this toilet unless this bathroom is clean. Like, you guys will either clean this bathroom or have a broken bathroom." And he leaves. And then you have an ongoing problem where the maintenance man calls them up, like, "Did you clean the bathroom?" And they're like, "No, not yet." "Did you clean the bathroom?" "No, not yet." And everything smells like shit. And then guess what? Ryan, the next door neighbor, by the way, their next door neighbor is girls. And Ryan has been saying, she's talking to Richard, like, "Oh my gosh, Richard, like, my closet smells like shit, and I don't know why." And Richard's like, "Oh, Monka S." And Ryan's like, "Yeah, all my clothes smell like shit. Like, I don't know what's going on.
No.
Like, I feel like it's a malfunction." And Richard's like, "Oh shit, Monka S." And then he waits a day, because he gives it a day. And then Richard calls up Ryan, like, "Hey Ryan, I have something to tell you." So, and then he explains the entire situation to her, and she's like, "Oh my god." So here's what happens. You know, instead of fixing the damn toilet or cleaning the bathroom to fix the toilet, Victor and Baron pay for the company that's partnered with the apartments to clean Ryan's room and Victor's room and Baron's. Actually, not Baron's room, only Victor's room. I don't know why. We're not even going to talk.
Bathroom?
Like, to carpet clean the Victor's room and Ryan's room. And then they don't even clean their bathroom. So you still have, yeah. So you still have like a rotting fucking toilet inside of this fucking bathroom. And they just don't call the fucking maintenance. Well, they did call the maintenance man, but they don't fucking clean their bathroom. Some miracle by God's name happens.
Not in this story.
And they throw away half the shit in their fucking bathroom. The shoe gets tossed or something. I don't know.
The shoe? Wait, is the shoe in the toilet?
No.
It's not, right? Okay, I just
On
want
the
to.
ground.
All right.
Where
I don't
shoes
know where it is,
belong.
but it's a shoe. It's somewhere. And,
Mm-hmm.
and so Richard's okay. The water is slowly creeping, right? And the
Mhm.
water got to Richard's room,
Oh my god.
and Richard was like, "No,
Swapping a mobile.
no, this is not okay. This is not how I'm gonna live my life." And so Richard demands that they clean them, or he will sue.
Oh wow, big boy.
And they
That's
clean
big
it,
boy.
and then so the bathroom finally gets clean,
Mhm.
and the toilet is finally like completely okay, right?
Mhm.
Now, okay, the toilet has been fixed by the maintenance man. God bless his heart,
Mhm.
and the flooding is stopped. Like progressive problem is stopped. Yeah, you thought my story was done. Now we gotta assess the damages. So here's the damages that it's caused. So the entire carpet has now seeped in shit water.
Mhm.
And also, by the way, did you guys know water causes damage?
Yeah.
So water in contact with buildings and things for a long period of time cause massive amounts of damage. That's why you can't let water leak inside your house. It'll just tear it
Mhm.
apart. And so the walls are fucking destroyed. The floor, the fucking like the columns, the supports are coming breaking down. Anything made of plaster is just dying. And so
Mhm.
Victor had to pay to replace all that, and they were contemplating replacing the entire carpet, but now they're like, "Nah, we're just gonna clean it." So they cleaned the entire carpet. Yo, Richard's apartment smelled like absolute shit for a while.
Mhm. Damn. Actually, that's so fucked up too.
It'd
Yeah,
be
it
like
took
that
like
sometimes.
2 weeks. It be like that sometimes.
So fucked up.
So yeah, guys, the moral of this story is, I don't care if you're a chemical engineer or a computer science major, just get a damn plunger. Also, call a damn maintenance man. I think the
Mhm.
damage